Hi, my name is Tina, and I'm going to be talking to you about creative learning spaces and active learning. And so we're going to get right into it. I want you to think about a time when you were in school and think about the time where you can remember sitting at your desk, the teacher is teaching, and you are told to be quiet. A lot of schools nowadays are designed this way. We want our students to go away from that traditional teaching. So, in the 21st century schools, we're now in 2020, we want to kind of go away with that. And so, as you can see, I'm going to be talking about active learning. So, active learning is a centered approach. It is a way for students to take charge of their own learning. We want them to know that I'm still there as a teacher, still there to support you and facilitate you, but this classroom and this classroom environment and what I want to teach you, I want you to kind of take control of your own learning. Go at your own pace. I want you to be creative. I want you to think outside the box. I want you to be able to learn the material and master the material in a way that you know that you can learn. And with this approach, students are able to do just that. Your ultimate goal is to make sure that all students are learning. All students have learned. All students are able to master whatever it is you want them to learn. This does not just have to stop at elementary, middle, or high school. This goes on to your career. When things have changed within the job and your manager, your boss, your supervisor wants you to learn some new material, they're going to provide you different ways to grasp that information. So it does not just stop at, elementary level. It's going to continue to go on as you are an adult and you're in your career. And so we're going to go, that leads to my next thing, which are the benefits. What are the benefits of having an active learning environment? The benefits are that you encourage risk taking. Risk taking to me is having students go outside their box. They're not necessarily doing the norm. It is allowing them to take chances in their own learning. Also, you want to foster real problem solving. Problem solving skills are very important, especially when they go into their career. They're going to have to be able to think quick and help others in a way that they may need to be helped. All careers are centered around problem solving, thinking quick, learning how to utilize those skills. Fostering an active learning environment will do so. That peer-to-peer interaction, can't stress that enough. Kids have to learn how to work well with others. There is not one job that you cannot say where you're not collaborating, you're not working with someone. They have to learn how to collaborate, be creative, and utilize those skills that are being taught to them at such a young age or while they're in school, so that they can be an effective worker, so that they can be successful in their career. They need that peer-to-peer interaction, and creating a learning active environment would do just that. Also, creating an active environment, another benefit is the kids are able to, as I said before, they're able to learn the material in their own way. So you can set up the classroom to where it's whole group, the last 30-40 minutes can be active learning spaces, their environment. You can set up to where when they come in, okay, today the whole day is just going to be you guys in your active learning environment. I've taught you some material yesterday. This is another way to have you guys understand what I'm teaching. So this is a great way to kind of just reinforce information that you may have already taught. Also, it provides you immediate feedback. Are my scholars learning? It's what I have taught them. Or are they mastering it? This gives you that time to walk around that classroom. Let me see who's, learning what I've taught previous lessons. This is not a time for you to just sit down. As a teacher, you're still involved. This is my time to pull those students for that small group setting, to kind of reinforce everything what I have learned while my other students are still off into their areas and they're learning. Remember, active learning should be student-centered. You are the teacher there to facilitate and to support them. And in this type of environment, you can do just that. So those are some great ways that this benefits you into creating an active learning environment. You also want to make sure that you're building some type of sense of community. Home is safe. It's exciting. The kids want to come. They want to learn. You want to create that type of environment, and so having an active learning space environment will do just that. Excuse me. So we're going to go into the classroom setup. Now that I kind of got an idea of active learning, how do I want to set up my classroom? Create a vision. What is it I want my students to get out of having this type of environment? What is the whole purpose of even setting up a classroom, a room for this? You want to make sure you have that vision. Make sure that you have the right materials. Make sure you have the appropriate materials. And make sure that the materials are accessible for all learners. Make sure that it is accessible. There's easy access to get to it. And accessibility is down here as well. So I'll jump to that. You want to make sure that every single learner in your classroom can access the material and that they are able to learn. This is very, very important because you may have students in your classroom with a disability. You still want to make sure that they're able to maneuver around the classroom, access the material, and that they're able to learn. And that goes into the layout. Do I want my loud noise in the back? Do I want my quiet noise in the front? Do I want all the bulky furniture against the wall? I want my students to be able to maneuver throughout the classroom as freely. So just having an idea of the layout is very good. Technology. What type of technology do I want in my classroom? Do I want just all Chromebooks? Do I want virtual reality? Do I want a smart wall? Do I want a Promethean board? Anything from that, just think about it. All technology is great. It is very expensive, but you want to make sure that no matter what, you have some type of technology going on in their learning environment. Furniture needs to be easily moved. You don't want anything too heavy, too bulky. You want to make sure that it is comfortable, it is flexible, it is inviting, it's vibrant, and all the way down to the colors, so that you are creating that sense of that home, that loving, that community feel of your classroom. But also you want to be able to move the furniture around freely as you do so. Accessibility, I spoke about that. Partnership. Please do not think that you can create this active learning environment space for your students all by yourself. Get your students involved. Remember, this is all about your students. It is student-centered. Learn what they want. Ask them what they want to learn. Ask them how do they like to learn. How do you learn best? Especially for older kids, especially in college and everywhere else, they're able to express that to you. Get your parents involved. Ask them how do they learn at home. Maybe they may get better results at home than they do at school. Ask your colleagues to help you. Ask your administrative to help you. Get other people involved so that you can make sure your students are being successful, because again, it's all about the students, and we want all students to be able to learn. So we're going to move into exactly what does that look like. I've kind of spoke about the setup. I've kind of spoke about active learning. How does that look like today? So today, as you can see, this is not your traditional classroom setup. You have your small group going on with your teacher. She's still able to give that support and that academic needs to all students. All students are either actively engaged using technology or their peer-to-peer interaction, and they are also allowed to be creative with each other and just to have that problem solving. So make sure that your classrooms are kind of somewhat set up like this. I have it broken down to young classrooms to give you kind of an idea, older classrooms more of that college, high school feel, and then I use these just to give an idea of maybe just in your employer how a room can be set up for you to learn the material that you need. And so that material, and as you can notice in all of my pictures, technology is heavily being used. You want to make sure that, because I'm telling you, when they go into their workplace, technology is going to be used all the time. So the next one is the videos. I'm not going to go into videos because I don't have time, but I do want to stress the videos that there are schools like this one. You can go back and check the videos on my website. The minute the kids walk in, this is their environment. It does not necessarily have to just stay within a classroom. How can I pull the learning outside the classroom so that the students are still being actively engaged? So highly check out that video. It is really nice. This one is the college level. The teacher, she didn't necessarily want to have a lecture style classroom, so she changed her classroom to where the students are sitting together with each other, they're interacting, they're engaged with each other. Once again, that's very important. So that is all my time with my webinar. I highly recommend you go to my website, check out the videos to see exactly what I'm talking about. They are great videos, and it's amazing to see the different learning environments that can be created. Again, remember, active learning is all about student-centered. It's all about making sure that every student is able to learn at their own pace, in their own way. And trust me, if you create an active learning for your students, you will see them succeed like no other. So please, I hope that you guys like my webinar. Check out my website, and thank you for listening and watching.